Hello, everybody. Welcome back for more Civilization Start Over, Fractured World. In this episode, we're gonna be starting down here in Iberia, where we're gonna have a large-scale event happen here. Now, we got established some cities in this, like, brownish country. We're gonna put one here and here. And we're gonna make the capital the city. And this is actually where we're gonna have some issues going on between these four. Because, we're gonna have two separate, like assignments being carried out in this lower area. By this green team, they're gonna be sending like scouting, well, quote unquote, scouting forces down here. They're not gonna like settle the area, but they're gonna send a concerned amount of people down here. And this is gonna scare the lion team and the purple team here. And so they're both gonna like jump on this opportunity, do much the same. So the green team will do this. Will send their forces through here, mainly all of their like strong warriors. And the purple team will do this. Now, notably, their brown team's being like cut off here, but also notably is there isn't like a friendly thing happening here. Tensions are high between the purple and the dark green country. And they're all gonna claim this whole like peninsula like this. But then somebody's gonna do an oopsie. Yeah, the dark green team invades this area. And to make it a little simpler and easier to follow, I am gonna adjust the color of their occupation to this color. And these two will work together to fight this guy, because they're gonna declare war. So this isn't a coalition, this is a alliance that is being formed. And it's gonna be consistent of this purple country and this green country. But remember how I said these guys got cut off? Well, they're not happy with it, so they are gonna get involved on this fight on the side of the green team. And now we're gonna have our first major Iberian war. So now these two did not expect this country get involved, so they're gonna be surprise attack. We're gonna make the diamonds the aggressors and the squares the defense. So, yep, let's have the fighting begin. So brown team troops will move out from this area. Now, keep in mind, this was the previous, like, neutral area between them. And, yeah, the people here have not forgotten this, because these people still live here. And, yeah, they're fighting now. This country will start directly invading the purple team through here. And the purple team's actually gonna give the vine team like complete control of their occupation down here. So now these two are fighting here. And the dark green team is a lot stronger than the lion team, because they're a lot larger. They have all this land and a lot more population. And yeah, so yep, this war is gonna be quite hectic for these two, but they will be able to have some success, because even though this was surprise invasion, yeah, it's not gonna last long. They're gonna be kicked out of purple team territory. Then the purple team's gonna just walk right in and take all of this, while helping the lime team liberate this. And they're gonna start invading up here, capture the capital of this country, and this is gonna like cause this whole team to collapse. But it did, by the dark green time, to convince somebody else getting on this war. And that somebody else might be the Red French country. And they're gonna be sending a lot of troops down here. So, yeah. And now, with all this extra, like, manpower, the dark green team's gonna be able to just start steamrolling the purple team. But the lime team is surprisingly starting to push back. But this is because this country made the decision send troops over here instead. And the purple team's gonna once again have the lime team take over the occupation over here. And the lime team's starting to get spread thin, especially now that the purple team has just lost their capital and has lost their other city. The dark green team's actually doing successful here. And they will even start liberating the brown team. We're gonna use this brown color from now on. And with the brown team back, they're gonna combine forces to move down on the lime team. And lime team's gonna just be like, okay, we're gonna have a mass retreat now. This land's not even settled or inhabited, and we're fighting over it. And the dark green team's like, we didn't have to fight. And the lime team's like, well, you started this. And they're like, no, you did. And lime team's gonna be salty. But yeah, lime team is gonna lose. The square team has lost this war because the red French and the dark green Iberians are way more powerful. And with this war now over, let's look at this treaty. And now here's the division of Iberia. We're gonna have, the lime team only having this. The brown team getting all of this. The purple team will exist. And the dark green team, which I'm gonna make them that color instead. We'll get this. Now, what about the rest of this? Well, there's gonna be something interesting happening here, and that is 2 new civilizations being formed here, and they're gonna be yeah, that color. They're gonna have the central area. Yeah, I'm doing this in the wrong spot. Gonna have this blue team here and this pink team right here. So that's what Iberia now looks like. The purple team and the lime team have been severely limited, and the dark green team and the brown team have succeeded in their war. And now these sides will not fully exist anymore, except for between the brown and the dark green team. And also, these 2 countries will be protected by the dark green team. We're gonna set up some cities for them now. One right here, one right here, and for the capitals, bam, bam, and yeah. Now we're gonna jump ahead like a few years, and we're gonna see this area develop a little more. And now this area has developed considerably, and with this whole like alliance down here, Iberia is gonna remain a little quiet, but the French area is not, because somebody is gonna get a little bit of revenge, because the red team, they want their old capital back, and they just won a war, so the morale is high. To put bluntly, the red team's gonna attack the green team up here, or the seafoam green country, and they're not gonna stand a chance this time. They're gonna quickly lose this war. and the red team's gonna fully annex them back into their country. So yeah, that was a short-lived country. Now the blue team and the pink team's gonna be like, yeah, that's not good. We're gonna just do a little bit of a isolation from you. This isn't like a actual wall, but these two will not be dealing with this one anymore. And Iberia, the dark green team is still fine with them. These three are like, eh. We appreciate the help, but we want to just focus on Iberia now. So yeah, tensions between like these four start to grow. Speaking of growth, we're gonna actually take a break from Europe and go back to the Americas because we're gonna have some more expansion, but from yet another group. We're gonna have the pink team send a group up here to settle this as their own little civilization, and they're gonna span throughout here. Eventually they're gonna look a little bit like this with a fine border. The pink team is gonna expand a little more too. And this country is actually gonna be expanding like this, interestingly enough. Not like that, though. Gonna have them span like that. Now, we gotta give them cities and capitals. So, I'm gonna cut doing that. Alright, that's done. Now we're gonna head down here to the Aztecs, which are actually gonna be doing a pretty impressive feat and like expanding the most out of any civilization, as they will actually have a huge amount of cooperation and take over this entire island by themselves before something happens. And that something is, oh boy, that color. We've been using that color a lot. Not green. This color. So we will have this group declaring independence, or just rising up in general. Same thing down here. And yeah, the orange team is gonna attempt to fight back because they don't like this. But when they do, the protests just get a lot worse. How worse? Well, yeah, there's a full-on civil war now, and let me just put it simply. The orange team's not gonna win this. Because a lot of people support these two groups. And yeah, these two rebellions will be peaceful with each other, but not peaceful with the orange team. And they will end up winning this civil war, like I said. And there's going to be a few notable changes here. Alright, this is how it's going to look. We're actually going to have this blue team here. The orange team's going to still exist. We're going to keep all of this. The blue team's going to have this. And this turquoise team will exist. I actually am going to give the orange team a little bit more land, though. We're going to have them... why is this not working? Oh, that's fine. We're going to have them still come down here. There we go. And we're gonna give them cities and a capital, of course. Bam. Yeah. Bam. 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 There we go. Now, what's been happening in South America? Well, this has actually been relatively peaceful, and both nations have expanded greatly. This is now how South America has expanded. We've seen quite a bit of expansion, but we also have covered the governments of South America, well, of the Americas in general. So, one thing we know is, I don't know how to use this program. Well, is that now that the countries are starting to become more developed, there's gonna be a new sense of ideology come in, and that will be represented as purple, and these will be, but with monarchy becoming a thing, we also have democracies becoming a thing. Not like because of each other, just at the same time. And what countries are monarchies now? Well, first, let's go with your circle, because all three of you will be considered a monarchy. Down here, though, we're gonna have our first three democracies. All of the, well, this, there's gonna be two monarchies down here. Three democracies. And these two are gonna remain as not tribal. They will actually be these two will be a fixed example of another new ideology. they will be dictatorships. And not just them being dictators, because there's some that we have to explain down here, and that is the new ideologies of Iberia, mainly from the victors of the Great Iberian War. And the concerning thing is, actually, not the documentary. Yeah, that's good. And that is all four of these are dictatorships, but so is France. And now we have another interesting aspect is these two are democracies. This one's a monarchy. So is this one. So yeah, pretty big conflicting view. Actually, France isn't a democracy. I think they would fall more under the umbrella of a monarchy. You're probably monarchy. Actually, no, you guys are not developed enough to be considered monarchy or democracy or any of those yet. Same thing with these guys. We'll say this one is a monarchy, though. And yeah, those are the ideologies of the world so far. And you're probably a monarchy by now. So yeah, as you can see, the dictators in Iberia are all in one alliance. And yeah, everybody's scared over here. This area is kind of friendly. This area is a little bit tense, but not like horribly tense. And yeah, another thing I want to do is do a ethnic layer. So let me make that real quick. Alright, so I made an ethnic layer. So we have mostly French and Iberians in here. We have like the Northern Iberians, Southern, Western, and Eastern Iberians. The two French ethnicities. The American one, Aztecs. All the South American groups. As you can see, these guys like kind of like interweaving into each other a bit. Have the Indians, the Arabians, the Greeks, the Chinese, the Koreans. So yeah, yeah, I think that'll do it for this episode of Why Civilization Start Over Fractured World. See you guys next time.